from the Purposeful Living Network. I'd like to ask you a simple yet crucial question. What is your life's true purpose? Have you ever wondered why you were born? What was the true reason for your birth? A lot of us have actually lived most of our life. I, in particular, in about 38 years of me being present on this planet, have lived close to 37 to 38 years without asking this crucial question. Although I have asked myself a lot of times, what is the real purpose of my life? I haven't pondered enough to find the answer. Luckily for me, in the last month and a half, I have actually stopped myself from doing things compulsively and asked myself this crucial question. Luckily enough, I've actually gotten an answer in a very short amount of time, in about a month and a half. Funnily enough, I've actually been preparing for this for a long time, in the last more than a decade actually, of how to help people find their true purpose in life, and that's my true purpose. Trust me when I say this, when I wake up these days, I feel energetic, I feel happy, I feel hopeful that I will help someone, even if it is just one person, on a daily basis, to at least stop and question themselves, and not question, but ask themselves and do a little bit of retrospection, find out, am I really living my life's purpose, or am I living a compulsive life? Now, the reason why living a compulsive life can be detrimental to you is because you might be thinking you're doing it for a particular reason, which might not really be true. A lot of people actually put pressure on themselves and on others, saying that this is the way I ought to, or he or she ought to live their life because of this, then that circumstance. Now, those circumstances are temporary, one, and made up in our mind, two. They may seem really, truly real, but they are real only because we believe they are real. For instance, a person who actually thinks that he or she is financially not independent, it's because they've not made the circumstances in such a manner that they can actually even start thinking about financial independence. Right? They are constantly in a thought process of, how is my bank account going to fill up? Is my salary going to come on time? Am I going to get paid? And on the negative side, people start thinking on terms of, am I going to be laid off? It's bad times, there are no jobs out there, this, that, and the other. And all these thoughts are coming from one particular notion that I'm working for a reason which doesn't necessarily sit well with my purpose of life. Imagine this on the contrary, that if you actually are working towards your true purpose of life, that could be working at a job, that could be running a business, that could be being the best salesperson, or being the best entrepreneur, being the best cleaner at a particular organization. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it matters why you're doing it and how well you're doing it. Now, Earl Nightingale has very well articulated this particular notion in his book and video, The Strangest Secret in the World, in which he actually says a success is a person who is pursuing a worthy ideal, something that they actually do want to do, who is constantly progressing towards something that they find is worthy and ideal, a stage towards they want to actually move towards, and they're continuously pursuing that on a daily basis, even if it is minor changes. So with this particular video, all I'm asking you to do is do a little bit of retrospection and find out, are you in this particular state that you are in today due to compulsive reactions to the scenarios around you, or are you in this because you actually wanted to be here? Like it or not, I'd like to be in your face and tell you that you are in this particular situation because you made choices voluntarily, or choices were made for you by loved ones, or you were put in situations where you didn't have a choice, or at least you think you didn't have a choice. But ultimately, let's face it, the decision was yours. No one put a gun to your head. At least if they had, then you wouldn't be sitting in here. So what I'm trying to say is, you are in this situation looking for help because you put yourself in this situation. You took choices, you made choices that have led you to a certain good, bad, mediocre position that you are in right now, and you're trying to make a change. Now, so that's what I'd like to take as the positive, that you are in this in order to make positive change for yourself. Whether we proceed or not is totally up to you. But I'd still want you to do that self-introspection and come up on the other side of this conversation with comments on the video. Please comment in this video as to what it is that you actually found. Did you find that you are driven by compulsive notions, thought processes that you've actually held inside of yourself because of various reasons, and you are willing to change? So if you're willing to change, I'd like you to come along with me in this journey where I help you unravel what your life's true purpose is. And trust me when I say this, the moment you realize what your life's true purpose is, your life will change on its head. You will find ways to make whatever it is that your dreams are come true with working in something towards your life's true purpose. And it might not seem practical today. Trust me, we will be able to find ways to make it practical and start believing in it.